everyone, this is Sherry. I'm working on, I guess this should be day 3 of the Mastering Your Bernina Workbook for the Bernina Artista 730. So today we're going to do securing stitches. And the first example has you do it using your straight stitch. And basically you're going to start sewing a few stitches and then back it up to secure it. So I'll go ahead and do that. It had you on the 5/8 inch seam allowance, and it wanted you to use the seam guide for it. So here I have the seam guide set up to 5/8. So here we go. And now we're reversing to secure our stitches. And there you go. And that's how we secure our stitches. That's how I've pretty much always secured my stitches. And now the second example, they want you to secure your stitches using number 5, which is the securing stitch. I don't know. So you'll do it, and then when you press reverse, it'll take you 5 stitches back, and then it'll automatically take you forward. And then when you get to the end of your seam, you press the reverse and it'll take you 5 stitches back. So here we are, and went a little too far. Okay, and there it is. So that's how to secure stitches, and you can see they're really secure front and back. And then the last example has you go and do it with the feather stitch. And the easiest way, I'm going to just take the seam guide out. This seam guide came with my quilting foot. I think it's number 97. Yeah, number 97. So if you have that, that's great. This wants you to use a 2-inch seam guide, which have the seam guide 2 inches, so I already attached that for this. I'm not sure. They just want you to try all this stuff out. So when to get to the feather stitch, press this button here that looks like a picture of a quilt block. There it is. Okay, and the feather stitch is 1332. And they want you to use the it's a picture, like on the screen it looks like a knot. So I've activated it, and you can see now it's not active, but when it turns blue, now the securing stitch is active. So at the beginning of this feather stitch, we are going to be, it's going to start with a securing stitch. So there's your securing stitch, and now it's going into the feather stitch. Now at the end of your feather stitch, to reactivate your securing stitch, you need to push it in again. So I'm trying to keep this really brief, so I probably won't go all the way down the sample. I'm not a huge fan of the securing stitch on the feather stitch, because I'll show you. I don't know. I'd almost, but I do like the securing stitch function with it looks like a picture of a knot. I do like that. It's pretty cool. And I'm doing things, this workbook is having me do things that I haven't really done before, and I'm just on day 3, so bear with me, I'm learning too. I haven't gone through this workbook before. So, okay, here we are near the end. I'm gonna, oops, I think I went off. But anyways, if I wasn't off and I pressed the securing stitch, it would secure it at the end. Let's just take it back a little. And here we're securing it right now. Alright. The reason I'm not a huge fan of the securing stitch on the feather stitch is it just looks kind of weird at the end. So anyways, but there's the feather stitch, and that is stitch 1332 on the Artista. It's a very pretty stitch, and it's really nice for quilting. All right, thank you.